Okay guys, so today we are going to be looking at how to solve linear systems by using substitution. Now, you guys have already learned what a linear system is, and you've learned how to solve it by graphing. So let's just take a look and see what we can do. So we have a linear system right here, and I need you guys to solve them. To solve the linear system, you guys know what to do. If we were to do it by graphing, you would see that we have the first equation and second equation, but neither one of them are in a form that we really want to use for graphing. So I'm going to take that first equation, and I'm just going to rearrange it. So now we get, and I will move the y to this side, and I'm going to move the 4 to this side. So we get y is equal to minus 4. Alright, and then we'll take the second equation, and because my y is already positive, on this one over here, the y is already positive, so I'm just going to take this 4x, and we're going to move it to that side, and we're going to try and keep it in slope y-intercept form, so it's going to be equal to negative 4x plus 9. Now as we graph it, and you can see the graph right beside the equation, it's already been done, and we can tell which one's which, so you can see that the second equation is that one over there, and the first equation is this one over here. And we can see our point of intersection, which is right there, but that doesn't look very, very clean. So let's just blow it up and take a look and see if we can tell. Oh, there we go. Unfortunately, this is not the cleanest point of intersection, so that really doesn't help me very much if I do this by graphing. So you must be asking yourself, there must be another way. Well, I'm going to show you. Now, before I show you, you definitely have to understand a very simple concept, which you already know, but it does get tricky for some people. So let's just say I have this equation here, 3x minus 5y is equal to negative 3, and all I want you to do is solve for x when y is equal to 3. Well, you already know what happens here because I know that y is equal to 3. So all I've got to do at this moment is just plug 3 in. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to sub 3 in for y. So I get 3x minus 5 times, and instead of y, we're going to put 3, and I always put it in the brackets to show that we've subbed it in, negative 3. And now I just do my math. 3x minus 15 is equal to negative 3. Move it over, we get 3x is equal to 12, and then, sorry, not divided by x, tricked you, divide both sides by 3, and x is equal to 4. Please make sure you box your answers, that way I can see it. So that was very simple. So now what I'm going to do though is I'm going to switch it up on you. And instead of making y equal to 3, I'm going to change this up on you guys. And I'm going to make y is equal to 2x plus 4. So now instead of y is equal to 3, we've got y is equal to like another equation. But it's still the same thing, the same concept. I'm thinking, in this sense, y is equal to an equation. So same thing. I'm just going to sub this 2x plus 4, and I'm going to put it in for y. Same thing. So then you get 3x minus 5 times 2x plus 4 is equal to negative 3. So again, just y has been now changed to 2x plus 4 because y is equal to 2x plus 4. And I'm just going to solve now. And remember, 5 is being multiplied by that, so we are going to expand. So you get minus 10x minus 20 is equal to negative 3. And now it's just a matter of simply solving. So we get negative 7x equals, move that negative 20 over, so we get 17, and then divide both sides by -7, -7. So x is equal to -17/7. Alright? So that's what that would be if y was equal to 2x plus 4. Alright, so that's just a simple concept that you just have to understand, and from there, we'll be able to go on to the next step. So, let's solve this linear system, and we're going to do it by substitution. So, I'm going to look at both of these equations, and I'm already kind of lucky because I see that y is equal to -x plus 8. It's already equal to some kind of equation. And I've got the second equation, which is x minus y is equal to 4. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to label equation 1 and equation 2. And I'm going to evaluate both of them by saying, okay, I'm looking at my first equation, and I see that y is already equal to -x plus 8. And I look at my second equation, and I just have x minus y is equal to 4. Since y is equal to -x plus 8 already, I'm going to take that and I'm going to just sub it right in. And I'm going to keep myself organized by saying sub y is equal to -x plus 8 into equation 2. Now it's really important that you have to sub it into the other equation, because if I was to take y equals -x plus 8 and subbed it back into the exact same one, you would end up with zeros on both sides, and that won't help us at all. So I'm going to sub it into equation 2, so now I get x minus, and instead of y, I'm going to write -x plus 8 is equal to 4. Don't forget about writing the rest of the equation. And now let's just solve. So we get x plus x, right, minus 8 is equal to 4. Solve 2x equals 12, x is equal to 6. Now, are we finished? Well, we know that when we do the graphing, we always have an x and a y coordinate. So, I know I still have to find out what my y coordinate is. So from here, all I gotta do is sub x is equal to 6 into either equation. It doesn't matter which equation you want to do, but I'm going to use my head, and I'm going to actually take a look and see that the first equation, y is already isolated, so I don't have to do any work at the moment. So I'm just going to use that one. I'm going to sub x is equal to 6 into equation, sorry, not equation 2, into equation 1. So now I've got y is equal to -6 plus 8. So that means y is equal to 2. Alright, so now I think I've got my answer, so I'm going to write it as a coordinate, and we're going to check and see if that's correct. And how? That's right, by subbing it in. So let's see, I'm going to take 6. I'm going to plug it into there. So -6 plus 8 is 2. Is y equal to 2? Yes, it is. So that's correct. Let's try the other one. 6 minus y is 2. 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. So that's right. We've got the left side is equal to the right side. That is how we know that we are correct. So great job on the first example. Let's go on to the next one. So here we are asked to find the solution for the following linear system. Same thing. Finding the solution is finding that point of intersection, which is finding the x and y that's going to work. So 1, 2. Label them first, the easiest way. Now in this situation here, I don't have a variable which is isolated. I can choose either one. In the last equation, or in the last system, you saw me with the y isolated. This time, just for the heck of it, I'm going to choose x. And again, I'm going to use my head and decide which one's the smartest one to use. Now, this one here is 3x. I'm just going to have to do a lot of extra work. There's no point. Look at the first equation. X is by itself. So all I got to do is move that y over. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to move it right over here so you can see. So x is equal to -y plus 5. Now, could you write it as 5 minus y? Sure you can. So I'll just call that equation 1 again. So we're going to say sub x is equal to negative y plus 5 into equation 1, right? Good, that's right. We actually put it into equation 2. We cannot put it into the same one. So we've got 3 times negative y plus 5 minus y is equal to 7. And let's do our math. Negative 3y plus 15 minus y is equal to 7. And now we just finish it up. So negative 4y equals that over. So we get negative 8. Y is equal to 2. Finished? No, that's right. We still have to get our x value. So let's start over here. Sub y is equal to 2 into, which is the easiest one? It doesn't really matter, but we're going to sub it into one of the original equations. So I'm going to sub it into my equation 1, and it doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you guys to sub it into equation 2 and see if you get the same answer anyways. So I get now x plus 2 is equal to 5. So now we get x is equal to 3. And let's check and make sure that we're correct. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Good, that one works. 3 times 3 is 9, minus 2 is equal to 7. The left side equals the right side, and we are correct. And don't forget to write it as a coordinate. Well done. So let's go back to our original problem that we had at the beginning of the video. 2x minus y is equal to 4. 4x plus y is equal to 9. And let's solve this. Instead of looking at it by graphing, let's get an exact number. So, first things first, label 1, 2. Isolate a variable. It doesn't matter which one you isolate, but just isolate one of them. In this situation, I'm going to use equation 2, and I'm going to isolate that guy right there. So, we're going to put here y is equal to negative 4x plus 9. I just like writing it that way because I like to see it in slope-intercept form. That's just my style. Now, sub y is equal to negative 4x plus 9 into equation 1, because you've got to put it into the other equation. So we get 2x minus negative 4x plus 9 is equal to 4. And we're just going to continue going. So 2x plus 4x minus 9 is equal to 4. 6x is equal to 13. So x is equal to 13 over 6. Wicked. Alright, let's check out the y value now. So sub x is equal to 13 over 6 into, which is the easiest one that will help us out. It doesn't really make a difference. I'm going to choose equation 1. So you get 2 times 13 over 6 minus y is equal to 4. So we can make this a little bit easier, and we can get 13 over 3 minus y is equal to 4. We'll move the y this way, the 4 that way, and we get 13 over 3 minus 4 is equal to y. And I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller, move it over to the side there. Alright, and that gives me 13 over 3 minus 12 over 3 equals y, and y equals 1 over 3. Alright, so what I'm going to get you guys to do is to check and make sure that's right. So just plug it into both equations and make sure that it works. Alright, so that basically concludes today's lesson. But before I do it, don't forget. Okay, that concludes today's lesson. Please check the extra link on Edmodo and try the questions that have been set out for you. And I will see you guys in class very soon to finish up our section. Alright guys, take care, thanks for listening, bye!